So maybe a bit wanting to say manager Chris Hyde after a 4-0 win over West Auckland. What are your thoughts on the game, Chris?
It was a funny game. We're delighted, obviously, to get 3 points because we knew coming here was going to be difficult. Scoreline impressive. Some really good performances. We asked the guys before the game that we needed a reaction from Saturday because we didn't believe the performance levels were where they should be. I think we've got that and more tonight. It had everything tonight. It had tin bins, it had sendings off, it had goals, it had saves, it had, like you say, it was all in there tonight. However you dissect it, however you look at it, whether you look at it from winning 4-0 or whether you look at it from getting beat 4-0, I'm sure the guys in black tonight will come under a little bit of criticism because there was some very strange officiating. But again, from our point of view, like you say, we're on the right side of the result and we're delighted on the back of it.
Obviously, there's a few key moments in the game. I think one that stands out to me is Ryan save it 0-0 when they've broke away 1-on-1. How important is that he's made that save to keep the game level and then we've eventually gone to win 4-0 and keep a clean sheet as well?
It's massive because the reality is we'd started the game well. It was a loose pass, an unforced error. Obviously, it's got them in 1-on-1. And like you say, you hope that Ryan steps up and delivers the goods, and he did. Kept the score level, and on the back of that, it gives our platform to go on and win the game.
Obviously, got you getting 2 goals today, but him getting sin bin at on the stroke of half time, going into half time, basically down to 10 men for 10 minutes. How was the reaction from yourself and the lads?
We were disappointed in Craig for getting sin bin, but then when you look at the details, and I spoke with the official at half time, he hasn't been sin bin for anything other than using his position to be able to speak to the official, and he's took that whatever way he's took it and decided to sin bin. It sort of give the game a different dynamic. We had to ultimately play with 10 men, which meant it give the momentum back to West. But I think, like you say, when we got back on the field, we got back into stride, and they had their own problems with the referee, which ultimately worked in our favour.
Obviously, you mentioned their own problems with the referee. Them going down to 10 men definitely helped us with the man advantage. Obviously, getting the 2 extra goals just afterwards with Marcus's strike being a goal was just very good in general. The goal we kind of expect from Marcus cutting in on his right foot.
Yeah, good goals. The last 2. Gotts has obviously showed great composure in terms of dispatching his pens. As I say, we've got to be over the moon with that tonight because make no bones about it. This is a difficult place to come to, especially under lights. There's a lot of challenges away from derby football, and like I say, I think we faced a lot of them this evening. It wasn't a vintage performance, but it was gutsy. It had the little bits of quality that was required. It had good game management. It had some players playing with maturity. We took John off towards the end there. There was times there where John could have went full-blooded. He didn't. He's boxed clever, and we've managed to get him out the firing line and make sure he can, fight another day. So like you say, there was some good maturity out there tonight, pleasing.
Obviously, Liam Cook coming in for his debut. Both him and Dom Curl signed recently. How was it to get players from the leagues above, especially Liam, who's played, and I think you played for yourself at Whitby?
He did, yeah. Yeah, he's a good kid, Liam. He's a good player, and that was evident tonight. I think the pleasing part from Liam's point of view and our point of view is the fitness levels. He was still full of running, full of energy towards the back end, which I think is really important. I think Liam will be a good addition to the squad. He can play a number of different positions, but prove there tonight he can slot in JJ's absence and demand a position and a shirt, which obviously is what he's came to the football club to do.
Obviously, now want Northwich, Victoria in the FA Vars. An opponent I assume you've probably tried to do as much research on as possible, but obviously with them playing in a different league, a different part of the country, is it just approaching it as every other game?
Yeah, it's another game. It's aside from the equivalent level. We have done our research. We have got reports on what Northwich, are and what they're about and what they do and what they don't do. So we'll have a look at that. But again, on home turf, we'd expect ourselves to get into stride. We'd expect to control the game. And if we do that, then hopefully we can be in the draw come Monday.
Cheers, Chris. Thank you.
Thank you.